Hi everyone, I'm Ellie Clare from CLP Advertising and Photography Services. Today I'm going to show you how to photograph your artwork using your smartphone and everyday household items. These tips will help you create professional photos for the Shire of Harvey Art Prize, and they'll also help you promote your artwork online and build a portfolio. No professional equipment is needed. We're keeping things simple, practical and easy for everyone. So let's get started. The most important thing when photographing artwork is lighting. Today, we're using natural light as this is what everyone has access to. There is no need for photography lighting. You want to avoid direct sunlight hitting your artwork because it creates harsh shadows and glare. Instead, choose a time of day where the room is bright but the sun is not directly shining through the window. If you can't avoid direct sunlight, hang a white sheet over the window. This filters and softens the light, just like photographers do with light boxes. Here I'm standing next to a window, but the sunlight isn't hitting the artwork directly. This is exactly what we want. Let's talk about colour reflections and how they can change the appearance of your artwork. Here we have some artwork. You'll be able to see the white change colour. This is just with coloured card. Imagine the result you would have with a big wall. This is with an RGB light. So you can see how it actually changes the colours here. So you want to avoid that. See how the artwork changed colour? This can happen with brightly coloured walls, curtains, and even trees outside. If this happens in your space and you can't remove the object, place a plain white sheet or a large piece of white paper between the coloured surface and the artwork to neutralise the colour reflection. Now that we understand how colour affects your photo, let's talk about fill light. Fill light is a photography term used when one side of your artwork appears darker. Because we're using natural light, we simply reflect light back onto the darker side. You can do this with any reflective surface, including alfoil, but I'm going to use a sun reflector that I keep in my car. When I put the sun reflector there, you'll start to see more detail in the artwork. I can also show you this with a light. When I put a light up, you'll see much more detail. Move your artwork, move the reflector until you see as much detail as you possibly can. Before we take the photo, we want to give your artwork a simple background. A plain white or black background helps your artwork stand out and removes distraction. You want your artwork to be the hero of the image. So let's have a look at what I did. You can use a clean white sheet or tablecloth, poster board or cardboard. The goal is to create contrast between your artwork and your background. For darker artwork, I would use a light background. For lighter artwork, use a darker background. In this situation, you'll see I have used an easel. You could sit it up against a chair, on a table with stacked books. Any way that you can prop it up is the best option. The other thing I have done is I've just got like some sort of, you could put a broom handle or something like that, just to make sure that the background covers the whole painting. We're setting up the device. I'm using a tablet, but you can obviously use a phone or whatever smart device you have. So the first important thing is making sure that you're cleaning the lens of the camera with a clean microfiber cloth. You also want to turn off your flash or live motion on your device. If you have good lines, you can turn them on. That will help you frame the photo. Now, set the 3-second timer. Once you've set the 3-second timer, we're now ready to take the photo. The timer gives you a moment to settle. This prevents the camera movement or shake, which can make your image blurry. Basically, what you want to do is have your device so the painting or your artwork is as close as possible. Set the 3-second timer and press snap. One thing I did want to mention, that if your artwork is on a slight slant, you want to do the same with your camera, phone or tablet. You want it to be on the same angle so there's no warping of the artwork. If you have reflections in your artwork, then grab a black towel or something similar and just move it around until the reflection disappears. For artwork that isn't a flat surface, move your camera around and try different angles. Okay, let's recap. Use bright, indirect, natural sunlight. Use a contrasting background. Keep your artwork upright and straight. Mount your phone to reduce camera shake. Move your device closer to fill the frame. Try not to use zoom. Clean the lens. Turn off your flash. Use grid lines. Set a 3-second timer and tap the screen to focus. Hopefully you found this video helpful. Thank you and good luck with your submissions.